Hello everyone. I am Kanmani, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering in B.S. Abdul Rahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology. Today we are going to see GIS Laboratory Exercise 3. It's under the course CEC 4106 GIS and its applications. The title of Exercise 3 is Creation of New Shapefile and On-Screen Digitization using QGIS. QGIS is a quantum GIS. It's open source GIS software. With the help of QGIS, we are going to perform exercise 3. This exercise consists of two steps. One is creation of new shapefile. Number 2, on-screen digitization. The shapefile format is a native file format for GIS software. It's a vector data format. It's a popular geospatial vector data format for GIS software. There are three types of vector data. One is the points, lines and polygons. Today we are going to capture the polygon data file. On-screen digitization. On-screen digitization is to convert a raster layer into a vector format, and thus we can perform more analysis. It's just like tracing the features in the raster layer. Now we will see step-by-step procedure to perform exercise 3. For that, go to your RRN folder. Under the RRN folder, you create a new folder, exercise 3. Under exercise 3, you create two more new folders. One is input, next one is output. Today's exercise 3 input will be the exercise 2 output. So exercise 2 output is your projected coordinate system file, will be the input to the exercise 3. Now open the output folder. Under the output folder, you will be having two TIFF files. One is your DGL geographic coordinate system and DGL projected coordinate system. Today we are going to use the DGL projected coordinate system. Under the projected coordinate system, you will be having two files. This is your TIFF file. This is your auxiliary XML file. You both copy these two files. This is your auxiliary file. So copy along with your auxiliary file. Copy these two files. Copy. Go to your RRN folder. Exercise 3. You copy it in input folder. Now paste these folders in exercise 3 input folder. Now we pasted the DGL projected coordinate system. We already installed the QGIS Quantum GIS 2.18.9 version. Just open the QGIS software. Go to load raster. This is a add raster layer. Click this button. Open DGL exercise 3 input folder, DGL projected coordinate system file. Click open. This is the output of your exercise 2 file. This is our projected coordinate system. It's in a real world projected coordinate system in UTM zone 44N. UTM is a universal transverse Mercator projection. We have used the UTM 44N zone projected coordinate system. Make sure that in X, Y, you are having a 6 digits number. If it's in the X, Y is in this 6 digits number, automatically you have opened a corrected projected file. There are two steps. One is your creation of new shapefile. Next one is on-screen digitization. First we will do the first step. Go to the layer menu. Create layer. Click new shapefile layer. I already told we are going to digitize polygon features today. So click polygon. Coordinate coordinate system, I already told this scanned JPEG image is in projected coordinate system UTM-44N. So give the same projected coordinate system to your shapefile. WGS 84 UTM zone 44N. Click OK. It's asking for your new output shapefile. Go to your RRN file. Go to your RRN file. Exercise 3. Output. DGL vector file 1. Save. Now the DGL vector file is loaded in your layer panel. The first step is over. The second step is on-screen digitization. In on-screen digitization is nothing but we are going to trace the polygon features in the scanned JPEG or TIFF image. We are going to convert this raster into a vector file. This process is known as on-screen digitization. In on-screen digitization, to capture the polygons, there are two methods. First we will see the first method. For this method, we need three toolbars. One is advanced digitizing toolbar, attribute toolbar, digitizing toolbar. Just switch on all these toolbars in your QGIS window. I already switched on these three toolbars. One is advanced digitizing toolbar, attribute toolbar, digitizing toolbar. This is your attribute toolbar. This is your digitizing toolbar. This is your advanced digitizing toolbar. It's already on, so it displays in the QGIS window. Now, click in the digitizing toolbar, click toggle editing. It's nothing but start editing on and off. If you click the toggle editing, automatically all the buttons were enabled now. Now the vector file is in start editing mode on. Now we are going to digitize the polygons. The first method is digitize the polygon one by one. So zoom. Now we are going to digitize the polygon number 1. I am going to start from here. I am going to start from here and end at the same point. I am going to digitize the polygon number 1. Zoom at least at this point. Zoom at least 3 times. The black line should be a thicker line. Now add feature. Click add feature. Using your mouse button, first you click the left button. Once you give the left button, automatically the cursor will starts digitizing your features. Now your line should goes in between the black line. Again you click add feature. If you are having a curves in between, at the time you have to give the vertices smaller. The distance between the two vertices should be very closer. For navigation tools, either you can use the navigation tools over here, or you can use the keyboard cursor up and down arrow. Now we are facing a curve over here. You have to give a small vertices over here. or left button. The polygon should start with left button. It should end with, if you completed that polygon, you have to click the right button. You keep on clicking the left button to proceed. If you wrongly placed any button away from the line, you can use delete button. If you delete that button, that particular point will be deleted. Once again I will tell you. For example, wrongly if you place the point away from the line, if you want to delete this point, use delete button in your keyboard. Automatically the last point will be deleted. Again proceed with your left mouse button, click. You have to zoom the scanned JPEG image at least 3 times in zoomer, so that you will be having an accurate vector file. At the same time, if you are placing a small points in between, the distance between the points should be very less for having a smoother curves. Now we finished. Again we are coming to the same starting point. Now you give mouse right click. Automatically it will be asking for your polygon ID. Now we started digitizing the polygon ID 1, so you enter as 1. Click OK. Now we digitize the polygon ID 1. Now we are going to digitize the polygon ID 2. The polygon ID 2 and 1 shared this line. So we need not digitize once again this line, already digitized in polygon 1. To avoid this shared boundary digitization, go to settings, snapping options, go to advanced, click DGL vector file 1, enable to topological editing, enable snapping on intersections, avoid intersections. You have to give all these 4 check boxes, then click OK. Once again I'll tell, go to settings menu, click snapping options, go to advanced DGL vector file 1, click enable topological editing, snapping on intersection, avoid intersections. So you have to give all these 4 checkbox on. Click OK. Now we are going to start digitizing the second polygon 2. Just zoom, start your polygon 1, inside the polygon 1, click left mouse button. This is polygon 2. Now we have digitized the polygon number 2. So 1 is completed, 2 is also completed. If you want to make this as a transparent, click DGL vector file 1. Either you can double click this file, automatically layer properties dialog will open. Go to style, simple, you make this as a transparent fill, you make as an outline blue. Now we have digitized 1 and 2. Give toggle editing, admin stop editing, save edits. Now it's saved your polygon 1 and 2. Likewise, you have to digitize all the other polygons, including you will be having a RF reserve forest 13, here also 113, 7th polygon, this is your island polygon, this is also polygon ID 7. So altogether you will be having a 15 polygons will be there. So I will teach how to digitize the island polygon and how to merge the polygons after teaching the second method. This is your end of your first method. Likewise, you have to digitize all your 15 polygons. Now we will see the second method. Go to new project, Discord. This is your second method. Add raster file, same exercise 3 input, DGL projected coordinates file. Click open. Create a new shape file. Go to setting, go to layer menu, create layer, new shape file, polygon, the same steps. UTM 44N. Click OK. Now you give DGL vector file 2. Since we are going to start the second method, how to digitize the polygons. Now we finish the first step. Second step is your on-screen digitization. In the first method, we have digitized the individual polygons one by one. Instead of that, I am going to digitize the whole outer polygon first. Then I am going to divide the whole polygon into 3 pieces. Likewise, first I am going to digitize the whole outer polygon. Then I am going to cut the polygon into 3 pieces. Okay. Click start editing or toggle editing. Zoom as much you can. I am starting from here and I am going to end over the same point here. Click add feature. You have to zoom little more. Actually this is your zoom level, but for the teaching purpose, otherwise the video will go lengthy, so I am going this much zoom level. Left button click. To end your polygon, you have to use right click. If you are facing so much of smoother curves or bends, you have to use a small vertices in between the points. if you made any mistake, or if you press the point, or if you click the mouse button away from the line, you give delete button in the keyboard, automatically the last point will be deleted. Again you can proceed with your left mouse click. Now we came to the starting point. Now I am going to end this polygon, so I am giving right mouse click button. In this method we have digitized the whole outer polygon, so I am giving the ID as 100. Now we have digitized the whole outer polygon. I will make this as a transparent. Go to DGL vector file 1, right click, properties, or otherwise you can double click this. Go to style, simple fill. You make this as a transparent fill. You make a outline as different color. Yes. Give save edits. Now your outer polygon is saved in DGL vector file 2. Now you cut this polygon into 2 pieces. Today what I am going to do is, I am going to start from here, I am going to end over here. So likewise the second line from here to here, likewise I am going to digitize or cut the polygons, whole outer polygons into 3 pieces. For that, okay, now I am going to cut the polygons. Use split features. Sorry, wrongly I did. Split features. Start from here. The same thing, if you wrongly press the point, you give a delete button, the last point will be deleted. For navigation tools, you can use the tools, or you can use your keypad, down up arrows, left, right. Now we came to the point. Now outer the polygon, you just right click. Now we will see how it has been cut. This is a separate polygon, this is a separate polygon. Now we have cut the whole outer polygon into 2 pieces. Now we will digitize this polygon also. Now I am going to cut this polygon. Click split features, start outer the polygon. You make a zoom level 3 times. Now I have cut the whole outer polygon into 3 pieces. Okay. Now I am going to digitize in between the lines. Zoom. Again the same split features. Your starting point should be away from the polygon. It should start with the outer polygon and end with the outer polygon. Now the cut is done. Actually, whatever I am digitizing is not so accurate. You accurately digitize, take your own time. Now I am going to split the other polygons too. Now, next polygon. Features. Even the dotted lines should also be cut into a polygons. Okay. Now give save edits. Toggle editing off. We will see how many polygons were digitized or cut exactly. Using this attribute toolbar, click select features by area or single click. If you click, automatically you can see how many polygons were digitized properly or cut into polygons. Now I have done the first half. Similarly, you have to cut other polygons too. Okay, I already completed one file. I just show you how to give a polygon ID and make a island polygon too. Now I have opened the completed file. This is the file I have completed by the second method. First I digitized the outer polygon, cut into 3 pieces. Then in between I have cutted the polygons. Now we will see the how to digitize this island polygon. For this, click toggle editing. This is nothing but your start editing on. Zoom as much as you can. Once if you are clicking this polygon tool, including a 7th polygon is also selecting. So I want to create an island polygon ID 7. For this, use a fill ring button. Now I am just start digitizing this. Make it as audion ID 100 itself. Now we completed the island polygon. Now I will select and show how it has been digitized. Okay. Select this polygon 12. Now it's 7. So individually it has been cutted. This is as a polygon number 12. This is 7. So now there are 2 7 polygons. Now there are 2 13 polygons. Okay, first we will give the polygon ID or polygon number to each individual polygons. Now we will see how to give the polygon numbers for the each digitized polygon. So this is your polygon number 1. You have to give the polygon ID number 1. So click that particular polygon, click open attribute table. Click 1. So enter 1, enter, then close this table. Once again I'll tell you. Using the attribute toolbar, click this button, select features, click this polygon 2, click open attribute table, enter 2, enter, press enter, close. Now I am going to give the polygon number 3, click this, open attribute table, 4, enter, close. Sorry, 3. Enter, close. Now 4, open attribute table, 4, enter, close. 5, open attribute table, 5, enter, close. 6, open attribute table, 6, enter, close. 7, open attribute table. The highlighted blue color alone you have to change the number. 8, click open attribute table. It will be highlighted that particular polygon. Click 8, enter, close. Now 9th polygon, open attribute table, 9, press enter, close. Next is 10th polygon, click open attribute table, and 11, open attribute table, press 11, enter. 12, open attribute table, enter 12, press, close. Now again this 7, open attribute table, click 7, close. Next 13, open attribute table, enter, close. One more 13 polygon is here, click open attribute table, 13, enter. Now I have entered all the polygon numbers to the individual polygon. Now there are 13 polygons. Now I am going to merge these two polygons. First click this first 13th polygon using your shift button in the keypad. Click second 13th polygon. Now I am going to merge these two polygons using your merge selected features. Once you click this button, automatically it will be asked for 1313. The merge ID will also be 13. Click OK. Now you click, automatically the 13th polygon will also be selected. Likewise, now I am going to do the for polygon ID 7. Click this polygon 7, press shift, click this 7 button also. Now merge, click OK. If you select, automatically this 7th polygon will also be selected. If you select this 7th polygon, automatically this 7th polygon will also be selected. Now we merged all the polygons, we digitize the island polygon too. Now give save edits. Stop editing. Now we completely digitized all the 15 polygons including the island. Again we merged the 2 polygons. So now you will be having a 13 total polygons will be digitized right now. Okay. So this is the end of the exercise 3. Once you completed this exercise, go to your folder RRN folder, exercise 3, output. You will be having a vector file 1 and vector file 2. Vector file 1 is your first method, file 2 is your second method. So if you are going for the second method, you just drag all the 5 related files. Actually this is your DBF file, means a database file, PRJ means projected file, QPJ means is nothing but QGIS project file, SHP means shape file. This is your auxiliary file for your shape file. So if you want to copy this file, you have to select all the auxiliary 5 files, make it a zip file. So rename this zip file exercise 3. Now copy this file or upload this file in your Crescent LMS using your students' login credentials. So this is the end of the exercise 3. If you have any doubts or clarification, post your queries in Crescent LMS. Thank you.